Hi, I'm Chris from Zilmet USA, and this is the Zilmet intaKlean magnetic filter and dirt separator for hydronic systems. The intaKlean filters particles in your hydronic system to protect the boiler and components from wear, damage, and costly repairs. It does this with a 12,000 Gauss dry magnet that's inside the housing and dual mesh stainless steel screens. The screens capture foreign particles and induce collection of ferrous debris around the magnet. The screens also induce air separation from the flow, and that air can be removed from the housing by means of the manual air vent at the top of the cap. Some words about installation. The intaKlean should be installed on the return side of the system at the front end of the boiler for maximum system protection. The filter housing itself has a rotating pot 360 degrees, which is very flexible for different piping configurations. There's an arrow on the side of the fitting here that indicates flow direction for installation. That's very important to make sure that we get flow proper direction through the filter. As the filters collect debris, the filter might induce a unwanted pressure drop in the system. To cover for that, there is a designed internal bypass in the fitting that allows flow through the system until the filter can be serviced and cleaned. Now about operating and servicing. There are isolation valves that come with the filter. They're used to isolate the housing from the rest of the system. Okay? With pressure still in the housing, you can release that pressure by just slowly opening the drain port on the bottom to remove the pressure. And then you take out the dry magnet from the housing and completely remove the drain valve to remove the ferrous debris that's inside the housing. For a more comprehensive cleaning, what you would do is take the whole filter cap off. And the way that you do that is with a standard plumbing wrench or spanner wrench. There's no special filter wrench needed for this, but then you remove the cap and remove the screens, clean these out, clean out the filter housing, put it all back together for standard operation. A word of note here, very unique about the mesh screens. There are two different mesh sizes, and that allows for flexibility in filtering different size particles. So say maybe at the beginning of starting the system up with the filter in place, you start with the large mesh screen to take out the large particles, and then after some time you can put the secondary screen in as well for standard operation in the system. So good flexibility with different size screens to remove different size particles. The housing also acts as a dosing pot for treatment chemicals. You would fill the housing with your chemical, close the cap, you open the isolation valves, and now you circulate those chemicals through the system for treatment. Okay? Now some numbers. Flow rates through the housing can be up to 23 gallons per minute for a design velocity of 6 feet per second, resulting in a 6.2 psi pressure drop. For a 4 feet per second design velocity, the flow rate is 15 gallons per minute and a pressure drop of 2.7 psi. So the intaKlean is the best solution in solving hydronic system problems due to the presence of corrosion and scale to maintain optimum system efficiency and increase the working life of your boiler system. Thank you.